no score. As Dunigan lines up on first down, he's hit, fumbles the ball. The Stampeders have recovered. Matt Finley coming up with a fumbled football, and Kent Warnock coming through to deck Dunigan. Now, Matt Dunigan might have been shaken up on the previous play when he was sacked. Rick Foggy is coming in to quarterback the Argos.
Will Johnson, Ricky Foggy just got the call to go in and wasn't expecting it. Dunigan suffered an injury to his throwing arm. It looks like the forearm. The doctors are taking a look at it, but they say he should be back.
Foggy was right on the money there. Didn't miss by much. Dunigan being attended to on the sidelines. It has been a tough couple of seasons for Matt Dunigan. He has had the injury bug.
Last year was the hamstring. This year was the torn calf muscle, and now whatever injury has occurred for him, and it's not been a lot of fun.
The worst thing we can be is late.
Well, John, the day is over for Matt Dunigan. He has suffered a separated shoulder. Initially, it was only some tingling in his elbow, but they have discovered that the shoulder has been separated. His day is over, and he may be gone for several weeks.
Boy, it just goes from bad to worse for Matt Dunigan. He was just thrilled to be back a few weeks ago after getting the calf muscle healthy again, and now this. And you have to really feel sorry for him. Nobody wants to play more than he does, and it just seems that bad luck follows him everywhere he goes.
And the update from McMahon Stadium as we begin the second quarter. Stampeders leading the Argos. It is 8-0. 1st and 10. Argos at the 42. This is the Rocket. And he could be gone. Down the sidelines. Touchdown as the Argos get right back in it. Boy, he ran that well. Watching for blockers, and Rocket Ismail has his first touchdown at McMahon Stadium.
That is some great blocking up front and some super speed by the Rocket. Watch this on the Statue of Liberty. The handoff, 54. Blaine Schmidt out in front with a good block right there to set Rocket free for the last few yards, and then it is all his speed into the end zone.
42 yards, the touchdown run, and the Argos move within a point of the Calgary Stampeders and the convert by Lance Chomick.
Lance Chomick convert is good. The score.
So it's 8-7.
The Toronto Argonauts, 7.
And that was the opening play of the second quarter. 42-yard touchdown for the Rocket.
Watch Will Johnson. He thinks he's got the sack right there, and all of a sudden the Rocket is by him, and good block right there, Blaine Schmidt, and then it is some tremendous speed. No one will catch the Rocket from behind.
Great acceleration, but he set up his blocking well, waited for the blocks in front for 22 yards.
A good fake by Ricky Foggy, too. Will Johnson, all of a sudden, he's thinking, wow, I got my sack. And before he knows it, the Rocket's behind him.
FM 96.
Third rushing touchdown of the season for Ismail. Third down punt. Taken by Ismail. And he's stopped short of the 20-yard line. Penalty markers are down after an 8-yard return.
And this is a good call. Dan Wicklum, 35, comes in late. He puts the helmet in when the Rocket is vulnerable on the ground. It's spearing or roughing, whatever you want to call it. But I think that's an excellent call. The Rocket is down, and that's not a good way to play.
Major foul, spearing, Calgary number 35, first down.
No, I like Danny Wicklum. He's a good guy off the field. He's a real pleasant fellow, but really there's no call for that. The Rocket, who is an exciting player in the league, was down on the ground, very vulnerable, and you'll see at the end of this, number 35 comes in as the Rocket is on the ground and leads with his helmet right into the rib area.
Cheap shots.
Yeah, I guess you could say that. Anytime you lead with that helmet when somebody's down on the ground, I mean, they're going to call it right away. Dan Wicklum knows that. He's a smarter player than that. But you know, one thing Adam Reed will tell you, he says, we knew the Rocket was a great talent. We didn't know how tough he really was, and I think that proves it right there.
20 receptions, 363 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Boyd so far. Ismail apparently just having the wind knocked out of him.
3. He's got to stay on him now.
Sit down. Sit right down.
Hey, Mike.
Dunigan is gone already. High kick by Elisic. Stampeders still lead by 2.
First down, Stampeders.
Here at McMahon Stadium, Rocket Ismail insists that he is only winded. However, the doctors were concerned that he was a little dizzy and think that in fact he may have a slight concussion. He is a little groggy on the side of the field, and it may be a while before we see him back.
Fill out an entry form to win a chance at a trip for 2 to the 1991 Grey Cup.
John Candy,
On track.
co-owner of the Argos, might be a little concerned about the turn of events with Rocket being shaken up here. His pal Wayne Gretzky hurt in the Canada Cup last night. His pal and partner at the Argo bench.
That does not look good.
Dan Wicklum was called for a late hit on Rocket Ismail, and that is the reason that he is on the sideline. Ismail is being taken to the dressing room. It is more than just the wind knocked out.
Yeah, he doesn't look good. I hope he's not very serious.
Case then incomplete on the play. Darryl Hall covered it.
Well, Rocket Ismail just got worse and worse on the sidelines. They kept asking him questions, and he kept getting groggier and groggier. He says he's winded, but it's obvious he has a pretty bad concussion. They're going to take him to the dressing room for further examination, but they're saying, in all likelihood, his day is also over.
As is Matt Dunigan.
Wicklum, who has put the Rocket on temporary hold.
Yeah, and he's not the most popular guy even in Calgary right now, I wouldn't think.
No,
Because it was not a good hit.
no, it wasn't.
I'm really not quite sure. I got hit from the blind side. It's in the throwing motion, and somebody came up. I think it was Will Johnson came up underneath my pads and drove me to the turf and separated the AC joint in my throwing arm.
Any idea how serious it might be, how long he might be out?
No, I thought I'd be able to go, and then over the course of about a minute, things stiffened up just like that, and didn't have much movement at all. It's one of them things. I think somebody's put a curse on me, and but you know, we've got capable people, and Ricky Foggy's gone out there and done one heck of a job, put us in the lead, and we're in a good position to take this thing home with us.
Matt, finally, can you put into words for us how aggravating this has been?
I really can't, Gord. It's a situation where anybody who's been watching the last couple of years has got to know what I'm feeling right now. It's just that happens. It's part of the game. You accept it. You don't try to understand it. You just try to work with it and help out in other ways, and that's exactly what I'm going to try to do.
Matt, thanks very much. Speedy recovery.
Thanks, Gord.
And Dunigan's tough luck continues.
Against the Hamilton Ticats. Now both are at one low fight.
It has been one thing after another for Matt. It's not one injury reoccurring. It's one injury after another through the last 2 years.
Well, it's so tough on him personally. He must, you know, just be thinking, like, what next? I've worked so hard. I mean, I never get to play quarterback anymore. All I do is try and rehabilitate.
I ride the bike and I push the weights and I get ready to come back again.
And then I get hurt again. You know, that's not a lot of fun. I mean, you know, you make a lot of money and you still get paid and all that kind of stuff. But when you're a competitor like he is, you want to be out there. You don't want to be on the sidelines with your arm in a sling. I feel really sorry for Matt.